for the land of the...
Welcome, everyone. Let's get ready for some NBA. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. Coach Brett Brown wants...
Absolutely, DA. Thank you. Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins. And it's Young in at the point guard. Now here is Harris. Richardson kicks to Harris. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control, even when facing physical contact.
And Young, here we go. It's good.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And the second season for Trae Young, just unreal. Pulling off amazing performances at such a young age. Greg, just how good do you think he can be?
You know, Kevin, Young will be viewed as a top point guard in this league for a long time. When it's all said and done, might be one of the best point guards in league history. Certainly is on his way to being one of the best shooters to ever play.
Per usual, Big Al carving out outstanding position that helps him get to the ball before anybody else.
Simmons against Young. Over Simmons. Young, no good.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside.
Shoots the 3. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Horford finds Embiid. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And so Young will bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. And it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now here's Richardson. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. Here's Embiid. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And so Horford will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. Atlanta making a switch here. Teague's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Richardson. Here's Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
Well, you know, there's only so much you can do against Embiid, guys. I mean, he's such a terrifically skilled offensive player with great size. I mean, he plays pretty much through any kind of contact.
Greg, is a broadcast. Who have been some of your favorite personalities to cover?
Man, that's a great question. You know, most of the stars, I'm a big fan of Durant and Steph and LeBron and those guys. Chris Paul's another one that's a favorite. So many other guys. You know, there's so much more personality and so much more confidence these guys have working in front of the camera. I think that just makes for a better experience.
Somebody asked me the other day, who was my favorite? You know who I said?
Who was that?
Greg Anthony.
Oh, man. You're just saying that because it's true.
Now, here's Burks. Back to Embiid. Trying to get open as Burks. Embiid, no good. The Hawks trail by 4. Herter passes to Teague. Kicks to Collins. 1:10 left in the first quarter. And there's the feed to Collins.
Oh, my goodness! That was special. How about about the force of that dunk by Capella? Wow.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Already finding his spots and capitalizing, playing really efficient basketball.
Young inside. Defended by Milton. Pulls up. Young, no good.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
And that one's good. Korkmaz.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Inside. Here's Korkmaz. Hunter grabs the miss.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Young with no one around. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim.
Right there on display for you was Clint Capella's continuing growth offensively. Eyes up, ready to make the next pass before he got.
And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at.
Take a break.
And how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
A big-time effort for Joel. And chatting earlier with Ben Simmons, he addressed this.
For me, it comes with block.
And with social media now, Greg, blocking out the noise has become for these players even harder.
I mean, truth is, people like to criticize others. We should be celebrating what Simmons has accomplished at a very young age.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the 76ers, what are your thoughts?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So on the floor for Philadelphia, they've got Shake Milton. Korkmaz is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Richardson, and it's Embiid in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They get the rebound. Embiid. Good work defensively by Jones.
You know, sometimes making it difficult for him to finish at the rim is all you can ask for from the defense.
Young left side. He feeds it to Jones. Got a piece of it.
Richardson showing you his defensive anticipation there with the block shot.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. And then for Philadelphia, Al Horford is checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Scott. And it's Ben Simmons in for Shake Milton. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Teague, he's checked in for the Hawks. Glenn Robinson, the third, is checked in for the 76ers. And Reddish with the slam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Teague against Simmons. Passes it to Reddish. To the paint. Here's Dedmon. The kick out to Teague. There's the pass to Fernando. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And Philadelphia with another turnover here. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Richardson. That's tipped and stolen by Thybulle. Robinson finds Horford. And here is Harris. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second.
And Clark, how about the 20th pick back in that 2019 draft? Matisse Thybulle, fantastic defensive specialist who has an evolving offensive presence as well.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. His defense is really outstanding and NBA ready from the day he got into the league. He'll improve on offense. You know that. He'll work at it, and he'll get better. I think he has tremendous instincts on and off the ball. Great length and speed and athleticism. He's a terror defensively.
Alec Burks checked in for the 76ers.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
The 76ers trail by 4. Horford kicks to Simmons. Can they get it? And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
And what a factor Ben Simmons is on the floor. Does so much for this team in every facet of the game. He's a triple-double threat whenever he suits up.
And Atlanta will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. John Collins comes in for Bruno Fernando. DeAndre Hunter, he's checked in for Reddish. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Bembry. Collins wide open, he fires. Off target from 3-point range. And sometimes people forget just how young Ben Simmons is, Greg. This is just the beginning for him.
I mean, and that's what fans are missing about Simmons, his age. I mean, you can worry about his shot, but he has a long time to figure it out. He could end up having a Jason Kidd type of a career where he becomes a solid shooter later on.
Young's checked in for Teague. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. Their defense has only allowed 4 points in the quarter. Ring shot on the way. That one a little long.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
It puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Young with the ball. Now guarded by Simmons, and Ben Simmons picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Shake Milton comes in for Ben Simmons. Up top, Burks, defended by Young. Thybulle, the pass to Embiid, shoots over Capella, and again, Philadelphia turns it over. Here's Huerter. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. Young outside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. And now a 3-point Atlanta lead.
Solid there, just recognizing when to drive. When Young has some wiggle room, he sees it.
And that'll do it for the first half of competitive. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They only had a couple rough stretches as the first period. And And that'll do it for...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Young and Herter make up the back. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Capella in at the 5. That's the group starting the second half for Lloyd Pierce. And that one drops. Simmons got 8. Greg, we have a league of many great playmakers, don't we?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. LeBron James is obvious. You know, he played point guard technically for the first time last season, but he's always been a floor general. You look at a young man like John Morant, and he's been on the attack since day one when he hit the league. And there's so many more of those guys that are having an impact, understanding the value of that lead guard position. It is fun to watch.
It is so fun to watch. I agree.
Embiid is unstoppable, just too strong for the defense, no matter what they throw at him.
You know, Greg, we can all agree that Joel Embiid's a superstar in the league with his play, but you get the feeling he's the most criticized superstar in the league right now as well.
You know, pundits and fans have questioned his fitness, his fit, but at the end of the day, he does get it done, and the numbers speak for themselves. Embiid's an outspoken guy, which can invite a lot of criticism.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
The 76ers trail by 5. On the wing, Harris. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. Young for 3. That shot is good. He's taken 15 and made 10 from the field tonight.
Yeah, they're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results.
Simmons looking it over. And stolen by Hunter. Young, right side. Back to Herter. Hawks passing it around. Hunter kicks to Collins. And stolen by Richardson. Now the 76ers on the break. Horford leading the charge. Atlanta leading by 8. Young outside. Over Simmons. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Good.
Sensing the contact coming and adjusting his shot accordingly. Nice recognition and adjustment by Simmons.
Here's Herter. Just 5 to shoot. From the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Herter's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
That should give them a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt, GA.
And, you know, that's exactly what happens when you don't settle. That's the result. Tremendous effort and a big-time finish there.
Herter passes to Capella. Young outside. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And there's the whistle, called a clear path foul there. Yep. And he'll shoot 2 at the line.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it. Jeff Teague doing exactly what a point guard should do, setting up his guys nicely.
Thibault kicks to Harris. Lets it go with the three. Kept alive. Second shot opportunity. No good. Shot missing. Atlanta leading by 5. Labissiere, the pass to Reddish. Off target with the open look. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. Pass to Scott. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Pass to Labissiere. Outside Teague. Here's Bembry. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Reddish lays it up and banks it in.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
He got it up. No good there. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. They've leaned on him. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And so, in the game for the 76ers, Korkmaz is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Shake Milton. Then it's Robinson. And it's Thibault in at the point.
And how about the defensive impact Embiid has on the floor? He's a great rim protector who can swipe an errant pass every so often.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. I mean, he's just so big. He's mammoth. I mean, he's not only tall and long, he's deep, too. He's a thick guy. So he's an excellent rim protector, discourages inside attempts at a high rate, clogs up the paint. That length is a huge asset. And then his foot movement. His agility for a guy of his size is pretty impressive, too.
And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Hawks.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
They do, and you also see a lot of points have come off the dribble penetration. They've been aggressive on the bounce at attacking the defense.
Hawks making a switch here. Herter's checked in. Milton kicks to Embiid. Over Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, he's got such long strides and unbelievable agility for a guy his size. Embiid's so good at going to the rim with force.
Atlanta making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. And the 76ers also making a change. Al Horford, he's checked in for Korkmaz. Young taking his time here. Oh, that's blocked. They retain possession. Dedmon passes to Herter. Young outside. No good on the triple.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Embiid. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
And I tell you what, they're doing their best to cut down the lead with some smart offense here in the second half. Shot selection much improved since the break.
Capella finds Young. From outside, off the mark.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Embiid. Thibault, the pass to Milton. Back to Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And this game is tied up now.
You know, Horford is really good and selective at when he needs to be aggressive and when he needs to move the ball.
Young outside. Here's Herter. But they'll get another chance. Dedmon passes to Capella. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. Guys, we've seen some excellent offensive output.
Yeah, great momentum for them offensively.
And Trae Young gets the whistle that time. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Jones checked in for Atlanta. And then for Philadelphia, Tobias Harris is checked in for Robinson. Josh Richardson comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Shake Milton.
Really can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. I mean, his confidence just rises when he slams it down like that.
Now Young. Will it go? He takes it up and lays it in. Young's got the game tied up here for the Hawks.
Game tightening up, no problem. Put the ball in Young's hand and let the young fella go to work.
No good from Simmons. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. Jones drives in. Richardson trying to break loose. Great positioning on the putback. And the Hawks lead by 2.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
That's exactly right. No need to catch it when you've got the kind of soft hands that he does. Really like how Simmons commands the ball, especially in key moments.
In the corner, it's Hunter. Back to Young. 1:27 left to play here in the 4th. Wide open, couldn't capitalize. 76ers have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the 4th quarter so far. And it's Simmons penetrating. Embiid trying to break loose. They grab their own miss. And Jones sends it back. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Embiid for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Damian Jones. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Kevin Huerter. It's Young on the wing. Guarded by Simmons. Here's Fernando. Lets it go from 11. Good!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Clint Capella.
You look at Ben Simmons, and it's easy to compare him somewhat to LeBron James because he's a walking triple-double threat every game. And quite honestly, I think he's only going to get better, especially if he adds a jump shot.
Reddish the pass to Young. To the inside. It's stolen by Harris. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Back to Embiid. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons with it. And it's Reddish picking him up. It's stolen by Reddish. Fernando, the pass to Young. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let them dribble the game out.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And so it's the Hawks who come out on top. That was a fun night of basketball. Thank you, David. Great interview. The sun shining brightly on downtown Philadelphia. That's the setting for our broadcast today. And David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, with this
Growing together and staying healthy. Two important parts. Thanks, DA. Let's check out Toronto's starting lineup. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Anunoby in at the 3, the small forward. And for the 76ers, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. No good from Simmons.
And the D does just enough to throw off his rhythm on that shot.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. That's good from Lowry on the assist from VanVleet. All teams tonight, Greg, love to push the ball up the floor, even off made shots.
You know, trying to find an opening before the half-court D can set up. I think you're going to see more and more of that every year.
I agree. The offensive rebound, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Well, that's just what Richardson can give you. Solid scoring from all 3 levels, very consistent in his approach.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And last season, he was successful 81% of the time when he went to the line, so he didn't waste a lot of opportunities.
And Greg, Josh Richardson's a terrific ball handler out on the wing who can create for others.
Richardson gets a lot of assists per game at that wing position, not just looking to finish plays, but also to create for others. Very well-rounded threat on the offensive end, and that gives this team another dimension in terms of playmaking.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. First quarter, just over a minute played. Down low. And the dunk by Embiid.
Getting off the ground fast. Embiid is an absolute animal when it comes to hammering it home.
Lowry drives in. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor. And here are the 76ers now. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Richardson against VanVleet. A nice shot by Simmons.
Oh, the physicality of Simmons on display. Showing some fight and fearlessness with plays like this.
Lowry passes to Ibaka. Inside. Siakam kicks to Ibaka. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. To the inside. Anunoby. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Simmons dishes to Richardson. Simmons inside. Covered by VanVleet. And Simmons slams it in.
A problem inside. That's what he is. Once Simmons gets the ball in the positioning that he wants, he goes for the throwdown.
Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Out to the right wing. Anunoby finds Lowry. Out to the wing. Just 4 to shoot. Gets a hand on it. Simmons pulls it in. And the foul called on OG Anunoby. That is his first foul of the game. Matisse Thybulle checked in for Philadelphia. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for OG Anunoby. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. Davis is subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Richardson the pass to Embiid. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Over to the left wing. Richardson against Davis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Richardson the pass to Embiid. Siakam outside. Passes it to Davis. Now here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to Davis. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Horford kicks to Embiid. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Basket good. Embiid's got his second bucket.
Oh, man, he's a polished interior player. I love seeing Embiid establish himself down low and then go to work.
In the corner, Hollis Jefferson. Pass to Gasol. Back to Hollis Jefferson. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
16 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Richardson. Powell pulls it in. Davis looking for an opening. And finished off by Siakam.
A high-level athlete with underrated burst. Siakam continues to impress with his ability to finish.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Raptors lead by 4. Live from Philadelphia. Pascal Siakam before the game tonight shared his thoughts, reminiscing.
It was always a team. And I think we don't.
And Greg, that's how Siakam plays the game himself.
Versatile, very unselfish, and a franchise player in the making.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say we want to start fast? Now let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Setting the floor for the Raptors. We've got Chris Boucher. Powell is out there with Davis. Then it's Rondé Hollis Jefferson. And it's Gasol at the center. And some changes here for the Raptors. OG Anunoby comes in for Hollis Jefferson. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Now VanVleet. He's still scoreless so far in this one. And he banks in the layup.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The 76ers trail by 8. Boucher with the steal. The finish. And the dunk by Powell.
Seeing the court like a point, that's Gasol showing the full range of his skills.
Burks the pass to Robinson. Lobbed up there for Embiid.
Oh, what a pass, and then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth.
And it's crazy to think how soft a touch Embiid has on his shot. The league rarely sees a guy with his size have such a rhythmic form shooting.
Yeah, and Embiid has always been comfortable shooting outside. Not the best percentages from deep, but enough to keep defenders honest. His touch shows up most when he goes into these post fadeaways.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see.
VanVleet against Burks. VanVleet right side. Here's Boucher, and it's blocked by Scott. And now here comes Robinson leading the break. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Perfect example of how to run the break the right way and get a great look.
Here's what Philadelphia's going with right now. Al Horford is checked in for Joel Embiid. Shake Milton comes in for Robinson. And Simmons subbed in for Korkmaz. And then for Toronto, Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Gasol. And it's Kyle Lowry in for Norman Powell. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
The size, the timing of Ibaka, tailor-made for protecting the rim.
Harris is checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Burks. The Raptors also with a sub. Siakam's checked in.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Outside Lowry. It's good. You know, you grew up with aspirations of someday getting into politics. Any current players who you could see maybe taking that same route?
No doubt. There's several guys in today's game. You know, Harrison Barnes has the polish, and I know he's had some thoughts of maybe going in that direction. Teammates nicknamed Malcolm Brogdon the president for his stately demeanor and commitment to affecting change. I absolutely see him trying to have an impact socially moving forward. There's several guys, again, who not only have the voice, but the courage to speak out about things that matter most to them.
Many sharp guys in the NBA.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
The drive by Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Like whenever Simmons finishes with power off the drive, he'll make a post.
Simmons against Lowry. Here's Ibaka, and he gets it to go.
He's so aggressive at that end of the floor, and that's a quality all great scorers have.
Simmons inside. Lowry covering. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. For Philadelphia, they have yet to miss from the free throw line. They're 3 for 3.
In the season ago, they hit about 75% of their free throws.
Richardson, he's checked in for Shake Milton.
And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
Lowry finds Ibaka. No good with the layup. The 76ers trail by 4. Here's Thybulle. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. They've led by as much as 10.
Oh, you can't be careless around Horford. Throw up a weak shot around him, he'll send it back.
For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the second quarter. Here's Simmons. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And there's the call on Matisse Thybulle. That is his first foul of the game. 16 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Lowry.
When a giant like Horford comes into your peripheral just as you're releasing the shot, it definitely makes shooters feel more uncomfortable.
Richardson the pass to Thybulle. Davis with some nice D. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. Toronto ahead. All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K. The first quarter for the Raptors was fairly even. They were never able to get the lead above 4. And that'll...
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And that's what a team needs when they're trailing. Energy on D.
The 76ers trail by 6. Horford trying to free himself up. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on Siakam.
That's just the sheer strength of Simmons. You want to try to tie him down? He's going to fight hard for every bucket.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Toronto leading by 3. Outside Lowry. And the layup's good off the glass. Lowry's got 10.
A veteran guard with a knack for penetrating defenses. Lowry can pretty much get any shot he wants.
Embiid finds Simmons. Harris outside. To the paint. Here's Embiid. Good. And Harris gets the assist. 8 points for him.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Here's Lowry. And Toronto turns it over again.
Not a great play on either end. Bad delivery and way too late to react on the catch.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Mike Scott's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And it's Burks in for Simmons. Then for the Raptors, Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Chris Boucher comes in for Pascal Siakam. And it's Powell in for Kyle Lowry. You know, winning that championship as you did great for UNLV. Many people don't remember you played much of that season with a broken jaw.
Well, Kevin, I don't remember much of it, to be honest with you. It was pretty hazy. I lost 19 pounds over the course of the season.
Oh,
I was
goodness.
Championship night, I was 168 pounds.
No kidding.
Yeah. Well, I was wired shut for 8 weeks. Didn't miss a game, but I tell you what, I don't know if I would do that today. But, you know, it did turn out well with the championship.
As I recall, you broke it against Fresno State, correct?
Yes, yeah. Got my legs taken out from under me and broke the fall with my face.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, ouch. Van Vliet outside. Rebound by the 76ers. Still anybody's game at this point.
And no question, this is when you really have to have trust on the floor with each possession.
And the dunk by Powell.
Well, that's why they're in front. Aggressive play at both ends. Nicely done.
So here's Burks. 7 points in the game. Richardson dishes to Embiid. Took him no time at all on that one. Embiid's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, yeah, high IQ basketball from Richardson. Values the easy assist over a risky shot.
Powell, the pass to Boucher. Another shot. That shot off the mark. Good D by Embiid. Richardson against Powell. Richardson kicks to Scott. Pass to Korkmaz. Powell against Burks. The pass to Embiid. Shot clock at 5. That gives them the lead. Embiid's got the lead up to 1 now for the 76ers. And it's Van Vliet with the ball for the Raptors. Goes up with it. Nice touch on the bank shot. Van Vliet's got 6. For Philadelphia, they've gotten every shot that dropped since halftime. They're 5 for 5 from the floor. Burks kicks to Embiid. Offensive rebound. Back to Scott. Lobbed up there for Embiid.
You got to admire the offensive game of Embiid. I mean, proving once again that he can score from anywhere.
Van Vliet looking around. There's a minute left in the third quarter of the game. Shots good by Boucher.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Now the Raptors moving it up. Plays it in off the breakaway. He's got 6.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
Yeah, and defensively, you'd like to see a greater effort to change ends.
With that shot, the Raptor lead is cut down to just 1 on the basket from Scott.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Van Vliet passes to Gasol. That one drops for him. And the Raptors lead by 3.
And the interior game of Gasol. I mean, he's had a number of ways to score from him.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? Van Vliet outside. In the corner, Powell with it. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation.
And you can tolerate gaffes like that sometimes, but in a close game, man, I tell you what, that really hurts.
From 7, Simmons passes to Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Horford's got 5 now.
Great D. Simmons, the passing skills of a point. At 6'10", he can see the whole court.
And the game still closely contested. 3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the 4th. The 76ers lead it. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Lowry out there with Terrence Davis. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3 spot. Horford kicks to Harris. Simmons on the wing. Clock at 6. And he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
How can you not love Simmons? I mean, some of the dunks he pulls off are insane.
Raptors trail by 3. Lowry with the ball. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Horford.
Defense getting too close. Lowry has that instinct to read what's happening. Takes the shot there into the contact.
Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Shake Milton. That one falls, so he hits both of them.
Oh, not many players with the more steady hand at the free throw line than this fella.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And Simmons slams it in.
Give him another. But Simmons is terrific tonight. He's figuring out ways to light it up.
Siakam against Harris. Here's Ibaka. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. The first one falls.
And back in 08, Ibaka became the first player ever from the Republic of Congo to be drafted in the NBA.
One thing we've seen from these guys is excellent passing.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync.
And Simmons kicks to Thibault. Good ball movement here by the 76ers. Simmons passes to Horford. Not going to go that time. Toronto trailing. Ibaka goes in. That falls. Nice feed that time from Kyle Lowry.
And how about the experience of Lowry on full display there? Just finding the open man. And guy's been doing this for now over a decade.
The 76ers making a switch here. Embiid's checked in. To the middle. Lowry against Simmons. Oh, and the jam by Ben Simmons.
Can't afford to lose Simmons in the screen and roll. When you do, he torches you for that mistake.
The Raptors shooting so well. The offensive execution has been brilliant. 66% from the field. And here we go. Harris heading to the hoop. Count it. Now it's a 3-point 76ers lead.
Nice pass here to set that basket up.
Left side Lowry. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. 6 to shoot. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Harris.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Free throw drops for Kyle Lowry. Richardson, he's checked in for Philadelphia. OG Anunoby's checked in for the Raptors. Fred VanVleet comes in for Davis.
As confident as it gets at the line. He wants to be up there in the tight ball line.
They get it back.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
Anunoby with it. Picked up by Harris. Anunoby, good. And the Raptors lead by 1.
And the native of England, Anunoby doesn't back down from taking the big shots.
Embiid kicks to Horford. Pass to Simmons. Left side, Horford. Over Siakam. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Oh, and that's what you expect from your star players. I mean, Horford turns it up, including coming through with the big key bucket.
A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Ibaka down low. Embiid's there. Oh, and the dunk by Ibaka.
Big stakes, big bucket. Ibaka showing he has the mettle to rise to the challenge.
This is why Embiid has the ball in these moments, because the team counts on him to step up.
Here's Lowry. That one is good again. He's 6 for 8 from the floor with the basket. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Simmons finds Harris. Here's Richardson. Out left to the wing. Horford's shot is good.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Yeah, he approached that one with total confidence. He has what it takes to come through in the clutch.
Back to Van Vliet. Pass to Anunoby. Van Vliet left side. Good work defensively by Horford. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
And a slam dunk by Richardson.
This is why Richardson is out there. I mean, his team trusts in his ability to come through in the clutch.
And this is where Ibaka's steely demeanor serves him well. No hesitation under pressure.
Pass to Embiid. The putback, yes!
Well, turn up then, and Horford, one of the great leaders in the game. Sometimes you gotta lead by example, especially in the clutch.
Lowry dishes to Ibaka. Money!
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with a pass.
Simmons, yes!
Remarkable, the poise of the young guard Simmons. He knows it's his responsibility to come through in tight spots.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Oh, he couldn't make that shot go to force overtime. So it's Philadelphia taking the W in a close one. Hi, everyone. And with pregame routine.
Kevin, thanks. 2019's most improved play.
Oh, you know what? I love that work ethic. Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Young and Herter make up the back. And it's Capella in at the center, locking down the middle. And for Toronto, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 slot. It's good on the putback.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Lowry out to the right wing. VanVleet passes to Anunoby. Raptors moving the ball around. Back to VanVleet. Shot clock at 6. Lowry dishes to Ibaka. The drive by Lowry. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Woo, blown opportunity right there. Won't get many chances easier than that one.
And last season for Capella wasn't that easy. Had his year cut short to injury. Never got the chance to suit up with his new team in the Hawks.
Collins kicks to Young. Beyond the arc. That's good from Collins on the assist by Young.
Known for his play in and around the post, Collins can also get it done shooting jumpers off the catch.
And with Capella and the Hawks, both are excited for this season.
And on paper, Capella seems like a great fit. Can finish inside, pairs well with John Collins and Trae Young, and Capella could be the difference maker to get this team back in the playoffs.
So it's the Hawks now, after the Raptors pick up 2. Young passes to Capella. In Atlanta again with the bucket.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Toronto Raptors. 7-point differential. Lowry kicks to VanVleet. To the inside. Here's Ibaka. And that one, good.
This is the kind of physical play we saw from Ibaka earlier in his career. We're seeing it again now.
Young inside. Lowry covering. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And for a long time, Atlanta had been searching for a legitimate center. Seems like they found their guy in Clint Capella.
Yes, and Clint Capella is limited offensively, but that's not his job. What Clint Capella does do, he does very well. He's a terrific rebounder, and he will have a lot of room to finish at the rim, as he does with power.
Young fires away from outside. An absolute bomb from 3-point range.
And you know what? They've been on a nice run here, had the ability to widen the gap. Now they are rolling.
I totally agree. They just can't be stopped. They're just firing on all cylinders.
Some changes for Toronto. Marcus All's checked in for Ibaka. Norman Powell comes in for OG Anunoby. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. Then for the Hawks, Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And DeAndre Bembry's subbed in for Kevin Herter.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Lowry. Here's Gasol, and finished off by Gasol.
Great anticipation by Marc Gasol, really known for defensive rebounding, but he did it that time on the offensive glass.
Here's Capella. Hold on!
Kevin, you got to buckle up on that one.
Boy, that was quick. Already out to a double-digit lead.
This has been a beatdown right here, possibly over before it began.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
For some reason, blocking out has become a lost art, and that's the result you'll get.
Young for 3. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Pass to Siakam. Over Collins. Siakam's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 8. Young with the ball. Now guarded by Siakam. Over in the corner, Reddish. Young against Lowry. Just 5 to shoot. Young dishes to Collins. He gets it in there. Collins has got 5 points so far.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
They established the pace. They made shots. This is why they're way out in front.
Now here's Reddish. No points in the game yet for him. Pass to Young. The three. Toronto grabs the miss. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. From 15 feet away, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Powell, the pass to Gasol. And here's Young. He's got 7. Yes, that goes in. And it's 7 points for John Collins.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
And it's helped them build an early lead. They just need to stay aggressive.
And so it's Atlanta with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great...
The way he plays defensively, you know what he's...
And, of course, Gasol and Leonard won the championship together in 2019, largely, Greg, because of their ability to play defense and get stops.
And 2 former Defensive Players of the Year on the same team. That's going to be your foundation. But both guys were tremendous at the other end as well, albeit in different ways.
And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen from the Hawks, what do you guys think?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
This is exactly what you want to see if you're a coach. Your team starting fast and playing with confidence.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, you've got Reddish. Jones is out there with Dwayne Dedmon. And there's Teague. And it's Bembry in its shooting guard. Teague against Van Vliet. And Jones sends it back. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Teague left side. Jacks up a 3. Kept alive. Boucher with the steal. To the paint. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
Turning defense into offense. Every coach talks about it. Perfect example right there.
Herter, no good. Raptors trail by 8.
And Kevin Herter, a young player and a big part of this team's future. He keeps trying to add to his game.
And the area I love that he's improved, I think the most and needs to, is his ball handling. Doesn't have to only look for shots outside. He can attack the rim. He's also is more willing to take the lead in transition and create for others.
But they recover it. Jones dishes to Dedmon. And at last, they get one to fall. Dedmon's got 4 points this quarter. Van Vliet looking around. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Fred Van Vliet is staying locked in. He's confident going to the floater when given the chance.
Teague with the ball. Picked up by Davis. Passes to Hunter. There's the triple. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
This is the shot you want to get him. An open look from range.
Van Vliet passes to Boucher, and he dunks it down.
He's heady. He's unselfish. All Van Vliet does is make winning plays.
Now here's Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That is his first foul of the game. Anunoby, he's checked in for Toronto. John Collins, he's checked in for the Hawks. Here's Herter. No good on the quick three.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Collins against Ibaka. Herter passes to Jones, and it's slammed in by Jones.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from, finds the open man.
Shots good by Ibaka.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
Now the pass to Hunter. Left side, Jones. To the left wing. Collins looking around. 5 on the clock. Yep, that one goes.
Attacking the teeth of that defense. This is where Collins makes his living.
Van Vliet passes to Boucher. Basket counts.
Oh, I love that dish down low.
And so it's Teague with it. He'll bring it up for the Hawks. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first half. Pass to Hunter. Just 5 on the clock. Hawks for the new shot clock. To the wing on the left. Fires for 3. And Herter gets it to go. Herter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Van Vliet against Teague. Now that one from Van Vliet.
Clearly caught him off guard with that move. Not the guy you'd expect to bust out a spin, but it worked beautifully there.
Teague, the pass to Jones. Down low. Here's Herter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, this is what they want from Herter. Be assertive and make plays.
He hits both from the stripe. For 3, Siakam. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. Atlanta was looking great right away. And this Hawks team still learning on the fly, Hawks. And that does it for our...
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. John Collins has been sensational.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 slot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. No doubt, Greg, you were known being a gritty, in-your-face defender. And when you think of the most hard-nosed point guards in the NBA today, who comes to mind?
For me, I think Chris Paul, I go first because this guy, one, he's a phenomenal two-way player. He'll do whatever it takes to win, even if that means pushing the envelope a little bit. Pat Beverly is another guy, just a flat-out bulldog. Marcus Smart, I think, falls into that category. Again, it's not always about being the most talented, but if you bring an edge about you, that really permeates throughout your team. So those are some guys. Drew Holiday is another guy I'd throw into that mix as well.
Yeah, they all lock in. You're right. And it's put back up and in by Capella.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Terrific game plan coming out of halftime. A perfect 3 for 3 from the field. Fred Van Vliet, a weapon from the outside, has a great shot that he can pull up at a moment's notice. He's consistent on catch and shoots as well as off the dribble.
Here's Young. Dedmon trying to break free. Young's shot is good. Young's got 9.
The threat of Young's jumper forces defenders to play him close, making it easier for him to get by his man.
Here's Lowry. Lays it up off the glass.
And with Van Vliet about half of his shots are from deep.
You're right, GA. That's the #1 part of his offense, of his game right now. He can shoot it deep, but he also can drive it. He shoots a low field goal percentage from those shots because of the distance. But I love Fred VanVleet. He knows how to play. That's his second three-pointer of the night, 1 in each half, trying to keep the defense honest.
But only the first miss of the second half. They've come out here with authority.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Capella.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Gasol comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Terrence Davis in for Fred VanVleet. And a change for the Hawks. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down to 7 on the bucket from Kyle Lowry.
And really, Lowry has made his career off delivering through contact. Really one of the strongest point guards in this league.
Young against Lowry. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got 4 points this quarter.
And they continue to control the glass.
Lob pass to Gasol. And it's out of bounds. The Raptors able to retain possession here.
And he jumped out to that ball immediately. Great reaction on that deflection.
A little bit late there, but you tried to get into your opponent's head. Force them to go somewhere else with the ball, and he did that.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for Anunoby. And Norman Powell subbed in for Kyle Lowry. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, it's a misnomer that in the era of three-point shooting, people don't want anyone to take mid-range shots. Many of the league's elite players still thrive there. Kawhi Leonard is one, and he explained how. He said it's hard to defend guys that shoot twos. Once you get to the playoffs, it becomes a half-court game. Teams won't allow you to take wide-open shots or threes. Guys, back to you.
DA, thank you. Davis against Teague. Fernando, that's good. And now it's an 11-point Hawks lead.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man. Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
He'll take his 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the game right here.
And he deserves a lot of credit for what he was able to do at the line last year. 86% from the stripe.
Both good from the line that time.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
Teague kicks to Hunter. Back to Teague. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, you know, he was once the future of the Hawks guard spot. But now Jeff Teague has returned to the team as a backup to the new face of the franchise.
You know, GA, Jeff Teague's going to be comfortable with any role he's given. Right now, running the second unit might be the best use of his skill set at this stage. But what I like, you can play the two together, him and Trae Young, and take ball handling duties away from Trae and let him spot up and shoot it.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Here's Herter, guarded by Powell. Hunter, no one around him, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Hunter's got 7 points.
Getting points within the flow of the offense. DeAndre Hunter playing to his strengths and rarely forcing anything.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Pass to Fernando. And that one drops for him.
That's the pass you want. Orchestrating the offense, creating for others.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Boucher. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Collin. This is his first free throw of the game. The Raptors making a switch here. VanVleet's checked in. And then for Atlanta, Jones checked in for Bruno Fernando. Young is subbed in for Teague.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Young against VanVleet. From past the arc. They grab their own miss. Here's Jones, and Jones with the stuff.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
You know, this is one of his specialties, keeping plays alive, creating second chance opportunities.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with the size of the lead as the quarter wraps up. They're ahead 16 points. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. Right back after this break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, it takes good vision and it takes good decision making right there. He showed both, and he did so at a very high level.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. And it's Jones in at the 5.
Marc Gasol probably never won any dunk contests, but he can still put you on a poster.
To the left side wing. Collins passes to Young. The three-pointer no good. Raptors trail by 16. Ibaka outside. With the second effort, and Gasol lays it in. Gasol's got 4 this quarter.
Efficient performance from him. Not the case for everyone else on his team.
Young outside. And they pick up 2. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent, but 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those 2 guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right. They get it back. A second chance effort. The kick out to Young. 6 to shoot. Good on the bucket.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
The Raptors have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Van Vliet attacking. It's good.
Love the strength on that drive by Fred Van Vliet. He is tough and he's aggressive.
Here's Herter, and he uses the glass on the layup. And the Hawks lead by 16.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Now Hunter. Lock at 6. Shoots over Anunoby. Hunter no good.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
Stolen. And Fred Van Vliet is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Yeah, clearly he had an established position there.
And some changes here for the Raptors. Siakam is checked in for Gasol. And Kyle Lowry subbed in for Powell. Then for the Hawks, Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Herter.
OG Anunoby out of Indiana. He was the 23rd pick in the 2017 draft. Another great draft selection that day. Slipped due to injuries concerns, but he's been great.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Smitty, with OG Anunoby, he has a very high ceiling with what he can become.
Greg, OG Anunoby can impact the game on both sides of the ball, which is fantastic. He's a solid defender, and with the ball in his hands, he's very smart, making good decisions. This team is very excited to see his development.
Here's Young from deep. Another 3 for Atlanta.
We saw that coming all the way. Trae Young just doing what he does best.
Lowry against Young. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. That's good from Lowry on the assist from Van Vliet.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Hawks.
Two great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Trae Young.
Shouldering the load for them all night offensively. He came in focused, ready to go, and he delivered.
Taking no chances, they go on one last run to seal the deal.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Ibaka finds Lowry. 44 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Siakam outside. From deep three-point range, and there's the foul. It goes on Serge Ibaka. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Raptors going out now with a whole new group. Atlanta making a switch here. Pass to Graham. Here's Bembry. Kept alive by Atlanta.
Wow, another opportunity. Just everything going their way. Pretty much the story of this game.
The pass to Hollis Jefferson. Here's Boucher. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
On the heels of this run, you wonder where was this effort earlier on?
Well, the question becomes, are they playing that much better now, or has their opponent taken the rest of the night off?
The Hawks again can't hit. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for... And in the locker room, each guy has been going over.
Hey, Kevin.
Thanks, D.A. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. John Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at the point. And for Philadelphia, the tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. Pass to Simmons. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Over Young. Simmons can't get it to go.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
Here's Young. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
Everyone expects him from long range. Nice to see him in the mid-range get something done. And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Young against Simmons. Young right side. Capella, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Horford. Simmons with it and guarded by Capella. Knocks it loose. Out to Harris. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their number 1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
Here's Richardson following the basket by Trae Young. Richardson kicks to Embiid. The Hawks working the ball around. Here's Young over Simmons. Back to Herter. Pass to Hunter. Here's Herter. Young in the corner. 6 on the shot clock. Another shot. Off the left rim and out.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Here's Richardson. So it's Richardson with the jam.
Josh enjoying this and one opportunity. Good job finishing despite the defense knocking him around a bit.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Damian Jones is checked in for Capella. Reddish comes in for DeAndre Hunter. Andre Bembry's checked in for Kevin Herter. And it's Teague in for Trae Young. And here is Teague. And it's slammed in by Teague.
No hesitation from Teague. Saw a seam and took it, finding a way to nail the shot.
Simmons looking around. The pass to Embiid. I know you appreciate this, Greg. So much of defense now is closing out on the three-point shooting and then protecting the rim. Consequently, pull-up jump shooters are super valuable. And there are a lot of good ones in the NBA right now.
No doubt about it. And Kevin, you know, you think about a few guys. James Harden, I mean, he shoots that step-back 3, but he's a guy that, because of his ability to utilize your inability to defend that three-pointer, Kyrie, Dame Lillard, those are some guys. Chris Paul still as good as anybody in that mid-range area. C.J. McCollum. These are guys that have really feasted and carved out a nice niche for themselves in the NBA because of that ability to take and make jump shots.
Man, I love that list. You're right on.
Terrific work there by Al Horford, getting close to the hoop, really forcing the defense to foul him.
The 76ers shooting their second and third shots at the line right here.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Mike Scott's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Richardson. And it's Burks in for Ben Simmons. Then for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Jones, and Bruno Fernando subbed in for Collins. So here's Burks after the made shot from Jeff Teague. Floats it up for Horford.
Nice delivery there. You can't hesitate when a man comes free on the perimeter. He got it, went right into the shot.
Teague deciding where to go with it. Now Reddish still looking for his first bucket in this one. Here's Fernando, defended by Scott.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Now here's Scott. Passes it to Burks. Over Teague. Horford trying to free himself up. That misses. Had a chance to tie it there. A nice shot by Teague. And it's 8 points for Teague.
And once again, Jeff Teague getting space in transition can result in plays like that. That's going to hurt.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Hawks ahead. They're up by 4. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching. And we spoke with Joel Embiid earlier. He hopes to set an example.
At the end of the day.
Well said. Certainly, Greg Embiid puts himself front and center, willing to lead the cause on and off the floor.
And this is where his big personality helps. He has a larger-than-life quality that really just captivates people.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And when you consider how Atlanta is doing, your thoughts?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the court right now for the Hawks, we've got Dwayne Dedmon. Young is out there with Bembry. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4-man position.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Burks can't get it to go.
Not a bad shot from the mid-range. The D's giving it to him, and he's usually got an eye in that kind of range.
Burks against Young. Good on the shot.
You just can't take Trae Young lightly from anywhere on the floor. These kind of shots will help him get into a rhythm.
Ripped away. Only one man back on D. Baseline jumper. Reddish the pass to Young. That one's in. Only his 4th make against 9 total shots.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Burks on the wing, defended by Young. Burks against Young. Now here's Burks. Here's Horford. Dedmon with the block.
We've got to respect the wingspan that time of Dwayne on that end. Look, you go up like that and you're a dead man.
Young with the ball. 8 points for him. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Robinson. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Young. And good that time.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Burks dishes to Horford. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, his versatility makes you consider Al Horford as one of the game's best bigs. Finish through contact like he does there.
Burks against Young to the left wing. Bembry the pass to Dedmon. And the layup falls. Dedmon's got the lead back up to 10 now for Atlanta.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Burks finds Horford. Outside, Scott. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The 76ers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight. And the 76ers will go for a different look here. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Horford. Tobias Harris comes in for Glenn Robinson III. Josh Richardson's checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Burks.
That's the kind of work you want your point guard to do. Sensational ball movement by Jeff Teague there to set up his man.
And it's Simmons penetrating. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Simmons got his second basket of the game.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Teague against Simmons. Here's Herter. Up again, and it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
Scott kicks to Richardson. Outside, Simmons. The 3. Scott inside. Capella covering. And the dunk by Embiid.
You see that nasty streak Embiid possesses. Part of why he's a superstar. Great motor.
Simmons on the wing. Inside. That one's in there. The Hawks lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Scott.
And that's what Simmons does. His vision and accuracy make him a premier presence on the floor. Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. A competitive matchup for Atlanta in the first quarter. They were never able to get the lead above full. And that.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And that's the group for Brett Brown as we begin the second half. Here's Simmons, and he banks in the layup. Simmons got 6 points. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. Back to Richardson. Clock is at 3. Takes the 3. Here's Embiid. No luck. They battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
Herter passes to Collins. Here's Herter. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Here's Young. Rebound by the 76ers. Outside, Simmons. Richardson outside. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Capella. Fast break, the Hawks. Collins is running. Takes a 3. Herter, no good. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. trailing by 10.
And Bones, with that Clint Capella trade last year to the Hawks, a bit of a surprise to many, but the Hawks were able to land a young and talented center.
And maybe GA the perfect fit for how it is that their team is constructed around Trae Young. Capella's going to be that pick and roll option, can finish above the rim, and is a good defender to protect the guys on the defensive end.
Young against Simmons. Young drives in, and the shot goes in. Young's got the lead, back up to 10 now for the Hawks.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Harris kicks to Simmons. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And really, beyond the skills, you see right there the passion Embiid has, displaying that killer instinct.
Here's Young, cans the 12-footer. Young's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. The 76ers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. Here's Simmons. Oh, that was something else.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just soars when he slams it down like that.
Young from outside buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 9 points now in the quarter.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Simmons inside. Young's there. Simmons dishes to Harris. And the 76ers get it back. That one goes. Count it. Embiid's got 6.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Young outside. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got 6 rebounds now in the game. He dishes it to Simmons. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Clint Capella.
You gotta admire the hard work by Simmons, a genius at drawing contact.
And the 76ers with some changes. Robinson's checked in for Horford. Korkmaz comes in for Harris. And it's Jake Milton in for Josh Richardson. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Jones checked in for Capella. Wayne Dedman comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for DeAndre Hunter. And it's Teague in for Kevin Huerter. It's his first trip to the line. The first free throw is good. And the Hawks making a change here. And good on the second, so he makes them both. The Hawks leading by 7.
You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
Yeah, hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
Here's Dedman. That misses off the backboard.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And so in the game for the Hawks, Dwayne Dedman is out there with Jones. Then there's Hunter. Then it's Reddish. And it's Teague in at the 1 spot. Harris passes to Korkmaz. Shot clock at 6. Now here's Thibault. He's covered closely, and Embiid is right there.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Hunter kicks to Dedman. Over Harris. And he can't bank that one in. The 76ers trail by 3. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. pass to Milton. And Jones sends it back, and he gets it back. Count that one.
Well, he takes care of salvaging that possession for the offense by getting on the offensive glass.
Now here's Teague, defended by Thibault. And Dedmon throws it down.
Well, the athleticism Dedmon's bringing right now on offense is paying some dividends, gliding through the air that time.
And here now is Thibault. Harris outside. And Jones sends it back. Out left to the wing. Here's Reddish. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Now it's a 5-point Atlanta lead.
And Reddish pinballing, fighting his way through the defense, and then finding a way to score.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
Teague up top, defended by Thibault. Teague dishes to Dedmon. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Dedmon's got 4 points in the quarter.
Used to shooting through contact. I think every big man gets that kind of treatment. Dedmon, nice finish.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Al Horford's checked in for Korkmaz. Josh Richardson comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Matisse Thybulle. And the Hawks will go for a different look here. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Damian Jones. John Collins comes in for Dwayne Dedmon. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for Hunter. Young is subbed in for Teague. Here's Young. Tips it, and it's put back up and in by Capella. And the Hawks lead by 7.
Always better to be lucky than good when it comes to offensive rebounding. Unless you're as good as he is, then those tip-ins are all about skill.
Here's Horford. And no good, trying to use the glass. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Atlanta Hawks. They've led by as many as 11 points. Huerter, no good from outside. For Philadelphia, they've gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Collins against Richardson. Over Collins. Richardson, no luck. The Hawks leading by 7. And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Simmons inside. He's guarded by Collins. And so the coach's challenge here comes into play. The coach protesting the personal foul call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
I was able to listen in on Lloyd Pierce talking with his team. He challenged them to hold on to the lead. He said, you're in control of the game right now, and it's up to you if we win this game. Take the responsibility and own it and close this thing out like you can. Let's see if we can get it done, guys.
7-second difference, shot and game clock. Over to the left wing. Horford finds Harris. Count it! What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And Tobias says, I'll take you home.
Now Young. Pass to Capella. And here's Reddish. Here's Young off on that one. And so the big win by Atlanta in a tight game. This win such a tremendous emotional boost for them. The story continues. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for the Raptors, Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred VanVleet. And it's Ibaka in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Simmons. Siakam pulls it in.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. Simmons left side. Good D by Siakam. And it's the Raptors ball. An easy 2 points on the layup. Tonight, Greg, two teams with a lot of history that know each other very, very well.
And sometimes familiarity breeds contempt. Yeah. And that goes for the players, coaches, and fans. This one might get heated.
I'm sure you felt that way many times when you play.
Almost every time I took the floor.
Good.
You literally want to dislike your opponent.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm.
Here's Richardson. Rebound by the Raptors. And here we go. Fast break. VanVleet's got it. Here's Siakam. No good on that one. Good D by Embiid. The 76ers have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Outside for Simmons. The shot's good on the assist by Horford.
And when Simmons is inside, forget about it. He uses his skill and smarts to take advantage.
And the rejection by Embiid. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Richardson with it. Lowry picks him up. Back to Horford. He's looking for Richardson and finds him. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Al Horford is such a tremendous passer as a big man. Wow, does he get work done offensively.
Outside Lowry. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, this guy is a consistent shot blocking threat. Al Horford twice on the pipes.
Stolen. And the basket by Lowry.
You know, an easy basket made possible because the assist was crisp and it was perfectly placed.
And with Kyle Lowry, the assist numbers don't jump off the page at you, but he has fantastic vision and his decision-making is also elite.
Greg, for me, what stands out about Kyle Lowry is his willingness to adjust his game based on what his team needs. There's been times in his career where he's been a go-to scorer, and his three-point shooting can be infectious to his team. That toughness on the drive really strikes you. But there's also been times where he takes a back seat to scoring and says, all right, time to get my guys involved. He can do either.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Pascal Siakam. Norman Powell's checked in for Fred VanVleet. And it's Terrence Davis in for Kyle Lowry.
Well, to me, this is what Hollis Jefferson does very well. This guy, a phenomenal dunker with the ups he has.
Thibault with the ball. Powell on him. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of this game.
And they were 75% from the line a season ago.
Chris Boucher's checked in for the Raptors. And the dunk by Powell.
This is Powell at his best. In attack mode, he is hard to stop.
The 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Burks. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Embiid against Gasol. Here's Boucher. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And so it's Burks bringing it up now for the 76ers. They trail by 1. Now the feed to Embiid, and he uses the glass on the layup.
And the man just brings his lunch pail and goes to work. What sets Embiid apart is he does it with such ease.
Now here is Davis. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. 35 seconds left to play in the first. Clock at 6. Left side Gasol. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Robinson's checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Matisse Thybulle. How about that mobile 1 block we just saw? Amazing defensive work.
And early in the game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
Pass to Milton. In the corner, it's Robinson. He shoots again. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Really an underrated part of Embiid's game. Excellent as a foul shooter for a 7-footer, so you just can't hack away at it.
And Embiid drops them both.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
To the paint. And Toronto turns it over again.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
5 seconds left in the first. Here's Burks, and he goes in for the dunk.
Now, if you see Burks with a lane to the rim, he's going to flush it with power.
No shortage of scoring here at the end of the first quarter. Philadelphia. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And looking at what we've seen from the 76ers, what do you guys think?
I love their effort, contesting shots, trying to intimidate here early on.
Well, as a shooter, when the ball is sent back in your direction enough times, it can certainly have an impact on your mind.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Robinson is out there with Mike Scott. Then there's Alec Burks. Then it's Shake Milton. And it's Embiid in at the 5, roaming the paint.
Well, Norman Powell these last several seasons has turned himself into a knockdown shooter. And obviously last season much more involved on the offensive end. And that, to me, was his best performance to date.
Here's Hollis Jefferson after the made shot from Joel Embiid. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. The 76ers leading by 5. Here's Milton, and the rejection by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Kyle Lowry, he's checked in for Hollis Jefferson. Then for the 76ers, Al Horford. He's checked in for Embiid. Harris comes in for Mike Scott. And it's Richardson in for Alec Burks.
And with Powell, they rely on his shooting to open things up for everyone else.
Yeah, and for Norman Powell, he knows what he's about and welcomes that role. This is a guy who understands how to relocate in the midst of plays to create separation from defenders. He's always ready in catch-and-shoot situations.
Horford. Boucher with the rebound. Raptors trail by 5. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry kicks to Davis. Toronto working the ball around now. Ibaka goes in, and Ibaka slams it in.
Boy, terrific penetration from the big man. Ibaka putting his athleticism to good use.
Powell with the steal. Now the Raptors moving it up. Lowry, good.
That pass was about the location. Puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Richardson against Lowry. In the corner, it's Harris. From 13 feet, it goes down. Harris has got his first bucket in this one.
He has become a pure shooter. And from mid-range, Harris is deadly.
Boucher passes to Lowry. Back to Boucher. 6 to shoot. Some solid defense from Harris. Philadelphia leading by 3. Here's Robinson, and it's Robinson with the jam.
Love how Al Horford shares the basketball. He does whatever he can to make his teammates better.
3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Lowry deciding where to go with it here. Greg, with your son getting drafted, you joined the ranks of some historic NBA father-son duos.
You know, I got the opportunity to play with Arvydas Sabonis in Portland, and remember DeMontis as a little kid.
No
and now
kidding.
He's an all-star
No
last year. And, you know, I think you're going to have an influx of that in the coming years. Dwayne Wade's son is a terrific player. We know about LeBron's son's ability. He's possibly heading to the league one day. You just never know. I'm as a dad, it's going to get the opportunity to watch his son play, excited, but I think you're going to see more of this in the future.
Cole and Greg Anthony. I like the way that sounds. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. A new group in now for the Raptors. Marc Gasol is checked in for Ibaka. Pascal Siakam comes in for Chris Boucher. Anunoby, he's checked in for Norman Powell. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Davis. Philadelphia also making some changes. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Shake Milton. And Simmons subbed in for Richardson. It's stolen by Lowry. Fast break Toronto. VanVleet passes to Siakam. Can't hit that one. Some solid defense from Harris. Philadelphia leading by 3. In the corner, Simmons with it. And Simmons slams it in.
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Here's Anunoby. Lays it up off the glass.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Here's Horford, and finished off by Horford.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Right side Lowry, shot from the wing. Korkmaz grabs the miss.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, a nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Siakam, and that shot was up in time, but doesn't go in. Thanks so much, David, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA. For the 76ers, the first quarter was pretty even. At its highest, their lead topped out at... And that'll do it for...
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
I think they've taken their time. They've showed incredible patience. It's a sign of a well-coached ball club.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now. Brought to you by Gatorade. All filled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So for Toronto right now, Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Fred VanVleet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the 3 spot.
Well, if you think about Fred VanVleet's handle and his ability to operate at different speeds, you understand how effective he can be on the drive.
Now here's Simmons. Count it, and the Philadelphia lead has been cut down to just 3 on the basket from Anunoby.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And the shot is good. Embiid's got 8 points.
And check out Embiid's athleticism. Just because he's big doesn't mean he can't move.
Wow, what a start. 3 for 3, terrific play calling, everything clicking out of the gates here.
I mean, the improvement that we've seen from Siakam, it's like nothing else I've...
Hammer it home! Hammer it home, baby!
That is authority right there.
It was. Wow. And it's sent back by Horford. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Hollis Jefferson, he's checked in for the Raptors. Philadelphia also making some changes. Scott comes in for Al Horford. And it's Burks in for Harris. The 76ers leading by 5. Scott inside, covered by Van Vliet. Embiid's shot is good.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
Out to the wing. Lowry kicks to Van Vliet. Toronto working the ball around now. On deep. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got his 4th rebound in this one. Burks the pass to Embiid. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And it's a 9-point 76ers lead.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
Lowry against Richardson. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Well, toughness being shown right there by Kyle Lowry. There's no doubt he is this team's bull. He will finish and head to the line.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Marc Gasol's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Powell in for Fred Van Vliet. Korkmaz, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Simmons dishes to Embiid. That one goes in. Embiid's got 14.
Nicely done. They continue to attack inside, and that's 10 points in a row in the paint.
Wow, what a find. Marc Gasol, one of the best passing big men in the league.
The kick out to Scott. Down low. Pass to Burks. Simmons inside. He's up against Gasol. And Simmons gets it to go on the assist by Burks.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
And stolen by Simmons. .137 left to play in the third. Burks the pass to Korkmaz. The offensive rebound. Embiid knocks it loose. Burks on the wing. From outside the arc. 6 on the shot clock. Gasol with the steal. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
And I'll tell you what, Hollis Jefferson doesn't mind showing out a little bit. What a sensational leaper.
And Simmons kicks to Scott. The pass to Embiid. There's a minute left to play here in the third. Over Gasol. Rebound by the Raptors. And here's Hollis Jefferson. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
How about the toughness from Hollis Jefferson on the interior? Fantastic at using his length close to the rack to get that contact.
And Doris, with Rondé Hollis Jefferson, it's more than just stats. The guy is just so active when he's on the floor.
That's right, Greg. It's the hustle and the movement he plays with that are really the strengths. Only 6'6", but it feels like he can play above that size. Great energy guy to bring off the bench. And if you need him because of injuries or fill-in spots, he can start and be productive.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Robinson. Here's Korkmaz. His three-pointers off the mark. Raptors trail by 4. Anunoby passes to Hollis Jefferson. It's hauled in by Harris.
Well, we love his ability to attack the rim. He just loses a little bit of focus and misses the chippy.
Milton finds Harris. And slam dunk by Harris.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little better.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. The 76ers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And he's good on the second. Here's Richardson. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Horford's got 4 assists in the game.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
I'll tell you, the analytics crew may not like the mid-range, but sometimes you just got to put it in the basket.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. And so in the game for the 76ers, big forward pair. Harris the 3 and Horford the 4. Richardson is out there with Matisse Thybulle. And it's Embiid in at the center, filling out the middle. Now here's Van Vliet. The 3 ball. Sinks the triple.
Van Vliet has proven more than capable as a legitimate three-point threat. Knocks down the jump shot there.
Passes it to Harris from downtown. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Ibaka's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Outside for Davis. Gasol against Richardson. Gasol passes to Ibaka.
Well, how about the frame and the concentration of Serge Ibaka? What an interior finish that was.
Pass to Horford. Knocked away. Fast break Toronto. Here's Van Vliet. Shooting foul, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Brett Brown talking with his team. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go, guys.
Stolen by Van Vliet to tie it up. And it's good on the layup. And it's a tie ball game.
Boy, Pascal Siakam plays at his own pace, able to find the open man.
Davis against Richardson. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet.
And with that one, he halts an 11-0 run by Toronto.
Van Vliet looking around. To the inside. Here's Ibaka. Good work defensively by Horford.
I wonder what the score would be if they weren't controlling the backboard.
Out to Harris. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Van Vliet. And stolen by Thybulle. High post, Embiid. Ibaka on him. Out to Harris. Back to Horford. The dish now to Richardson. Goes up with a stripe. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 7 rebounds in the game. And the shot will not go from Anunoby. And it's Harris with the ball for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 11 points. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Van Vliet.
Active hands from him as he's able to deflect that pass out of bounds.
Well, that's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
The Raptors making a switch here. Lowry's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Simmons checked in for Matisse Thybulle. Baca against Embiid. Outside Lowry. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. 5 to shoot. Here's Duananope. Siakam for 3. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. That's good from Harris on the assist by Horford. And now a 6-point Philadelphia lead.
And they needed that bucket. And leave it to Harris to go get it. He knows when it's time to take things into his own hands.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. 54 seconds left in the game. And Simmons kicks to Richardson. And there's the pass to Embiid. Outside for Simmons. The shot that time, not on target. And it's the Raptors taking it the other way. And Van Vliet, here we go. Baca against Richardson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Siakam. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. This one just all but in the books.
Yeah, too many points, not enough time.
Gasol against Embiid. They need this. They get it again.
Boy, bodying up there, making sure to get position. That's really nice rebounding technique.
From deep three-point range, misses the shot. So the 76ers win it. A solid win on the road for them. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony. Showtime for the Raptors as they pulled into the building. A squad that looks more than ready for the... And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, D.A. Thanks. Here are the 5 for the Raptors. Siakam and Ibaka, the duo down low. Red Van Vliet out there with Lowry, and it's Anunoby in at the small forward position. And for the Hawks, Herter the 2 with Hunter at the 3. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Young in at point guard. And the dunk by Capella.
Even though he's an elite scoring talent, Young finds ways to involve his teammates.
Here's Lowry. Passes it to Siakam. The shot. It's hauled in by Trae Young.
Woo, the defense gets away with a late rotation. That's a shot he normally makes.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on a defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that can lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Lock at 6. Van Vliet looking around.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Capella against Lowry. Pass to Herter. The 17-footer. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trae. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
Outside Lowry. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And again, Toronto no up.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Offensive rebound. Hunter, the pass to Young. That's in, and he's now 3 for 3 and looking sharp.
Look at the pass from Hunter, wanting to get his teammates involved.
Anunoby. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
Oh, my God. They can't buy one. 0 for 4. Sometimes this happens.
And here's Young. 6 points for him. Capella inside. Siakam's there. Hunter kicks to Collins. Young fires away from outside. Again, Young missing.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Now Lowry. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game. You know, Greg, you probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
One of the most exciting, memorable players in college basketball history. Trae Young is incredible.
Here's what Atlanta's going with right now. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Capella. Jones comes in for Collins. Reddish, he's checked in for Hunter. And it's Bembry in for Kevin Herter. Shots good by Dedmon.
Staying aggressive on the offensive boards. Dedmon's a tough guy to box out there.
And the pass to Boucher. A minute 20 left here in the first quarter. Back to Powell. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Raptors moving the ball around. It's Davis on the wing. Bucket is good. 1:02 left in the first quarter. Passes it to Dedmon. Here's Bembry. Young with no one around. Great positioning on the putback. Dedmon's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Powell in the high post. Still looking for his first bucket in this one.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
So for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Teague in for Trae Young. Now here's Reddish, covered by Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Reddish. Shoots from the line. Fernando, the pass to Jones. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. He kicks to Teague. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Eight seconds left to play in the first quarter. Teague for three. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here. Here's Reddish. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
They've got Bembry, also Teague out there. Jones is out there with Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Right side Teague, feeds to Jones, and Jones with the stop.
And Teague knew that he would be open there. Great patience and vision from the point man.
Davis surveying the floor, throws it up high. Outside for Gasol. Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Shot clock at 6. The Raptors need to get a shot up. And it's Davis missing.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Fernando. Left side, Jones. To the wing on the left. Here's Bembry. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Ahead. And it's Hollis Jefferson with the jam.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always the case these days.
Davis against Teague. Great D that time from Davis.
Offensively, that's how you want to end the possession, except for the result.
Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. Here's Jones. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I mean, every time down the floor, this is what you're trying to do. Find the right matchup.
And the Hawks will go for a different look here. John Collins, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. Hunter comes in for Reddish. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for DeAndre Bembry. And Trae Young subbed in for Jeff Teague. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Jones. Young outside. To the middle. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Hawks have shot 2 free throws, and they're 1 of 2 so far.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
And the technical free throw, missing that time. They'll retain possession here, however. Clint Capella, he's checked in for the Hawks. Huerter passes to Capella. Stolen by Van Vliet. Lowry finds Anunoby. And that one, good.
And the muscle that Anunoby possesses, fantastic at gutting it out through contact and finishing.
Greg, 11 years for you in the NBA. You had to have some favorite players that you played besides and with.
You know, it's a great call, and there were a ton of them. A few guys, though, will say Gary Payton. I got a chance to play with Gary for a year and have known him. We used to go at it in high school, and it's really about his personality. This is a guy that constant chatter, practice on the court. That's what fed his confidence. Charles Oakley, another guy, he would run through a wall or through you to win a game. And then Scottie Pippen later in my career, just a winner and somebody who I competed against for many years, but then having the opportunity to play with up close, I got a greater appreciation for his skill set.
Oh, great concentration from Siakam. Takes the hit, yet his eyes never leave the rim.
Young from outside. Collins controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Hawks lead by 6.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Well, John Collins has the potential to be a star for this team. Continues to be a powerhouse on the offensive end. He can attack from inside as well as outside.
Here's Young. Capella kicks to Hunter. The 3. They get the rebound. Kicks it out to Collins. Young from deep three-point range. Tough break there, shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Back to Lowry. 55 seconds left in the first half. To the inside, here's Ibaka. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Herter. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Young outside from deep. Yes, it's good. Good for basket number 4. He's now 4 for 10.
The willingness of Young to work off the ball just gives the defense another thing to account for.
Lowry with the ball. We've got 22 seconds left in the second quarter. For 3, Van Vliet. Rebound by the Hawks. Fast break, the Hawks. Here's Herter. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter to a close with a 7.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sport. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They have a nice 7-point lead. And that's...
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
This is his challenge, to continue to dominate, to help them try to close strong here in the second half.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. Anunoby and Siakam in at the forward slots. Lowry out there with Fred Van Vliet. And it's Ibaka in at the 5 spot. There's the pass to Hunter. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Hunter's got the lead up to 10 now for the Hawks. Lowry against Young. Lowry looking around for 3. Van Vliet. Raptors get it back. That shot missing.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
It's stolen by Ibaka. And here's the fast break. Siakam leading the way. Rejected by Young.
You might ask, how is Trae Young blocking shots? The awareness and the activity level. That's how.
Here's Herter. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Their third three-pointer in a row.
Raptors trail by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Lowry against Young. And Lowry gets it to go.
That was the first make of the half. 1 for 4 now. Let's see if that gets them going.
Lowry against Young. From 13, again the Hawks good for 2.
3 straight to begin this half. Couldn't have drawn it up any better.
Anunoby kicks to Van Vliet. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Nailed from three-point land.
Fred's a bit of a streak shooter from out there, but when he's feeling it, he's deadly.
Young passes to Herter. Back to Young for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Lowry against Young. Outside Lowry. And the layup falls. Lowry's got 6.
Lowry on the pick and roll draws so much attention because he is so good at finishing the play himself.
Pass to Young. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. And the dunk by Capella.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. And here is Anunoby. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Ibaka. Raptors moving the ball around. Van Vliet can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 13.
And Smitty, if I'm coaching DeAndre Hunter, I'm making him watch nothing but tape of Kawhi Leonard. He has that type of body and can aim to be that kind of player.
GA, I totally agree. Both were lauded as mostly defensive players as rookies. Hunter showed he has some shiftiness to his game offensively. I think he has the chance to be on the same level at the end of the day as Kawhi Leonard. No harm in having that as a goal.
Here's Siakam. Rebound, Atlanta. Capella's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Ball's knocked loose. 46 seconds left in the third.
And such an advantage when you have a big guy like Capella who can change ends like a guard.
Out of bounds, Atlanta takes possession. And the Hawks with a completely new group on the floor. A fantastic mobile 1 block. This one deserves another look.
The defensive awareness, the timing, when you have to face a defender that can reject you like that, it can alter your approach.
Out to the right wing. Reddish the pass to Fernando. Outside Teague. 3-pointer. And there's the foul. It's on Dwayne Dedmon. That's his first foul. Raptors trail by 17. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Now Powell. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Hollis Jefferson kicks to Boucher. Pass to Powell. Trying to get something going. And the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Hawks ahead, leading by 17. 2K Sports, back in a moment here. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The Hawks leading by 17. All right, now a chance to set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. 4th quarter action, all fueled up and ready to go. On the court for Atlanta, Teague out there with Bembry. Then it's Dwayne Dedmon. Then it's Reddish. And it's Fernando in at the 4. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, in New York, you obviously played in a number of championship contending teams. What do the Knicks have to do to get back to that feel, that kind of team?
Well, listen, it starts with stability across the board, but mainly that means at the top. And you got to give this new front office, this new regime, an opportunity. I think they got some good young pieces, but title contenders are not in a constant state of flux right now. They've got to take their baby steps here and start moving in the right direction.
Like you say, it does begin in the front office.
And above the rim finisher, Dedmon gets most of his points right at the rack.
Gasol looking around. Always going up for the alley-oop here. It's stolen by Teague. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. Bembry the pass to Reddish. A three-pointer off the mark.
Trying to finish out the game strong, you have to recognize who has the hot hand and get him the ball.
Now the pass to Boucher. Inside. And there's another turnover by the Raptors. Jones checked in for Atlanta. And the Raptors also making a change. Siakam is checked in for Chris Boucher. And Teague's got the ball here for the Hawks. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Atlanta again missing.
And when you can't get anything to fall, it definitely gets in your head.
And his rhythm, it's been way off. The goal now might be to get him something easy at the rim so he can just see the ball go in through the net, and that helps.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Outside Teague. Makes it off the glass.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Gasol finds Hollis Jefferson, and that one hits back iron. The Hawks leading by 21. Dedmon passes to Reddish. Now here's Jones, covered by Hollis Jefferson. Now here's Reddish. Back to Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Powell with the steal. Hollis Jefferson in the post. Off target at the rim.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bembry. And a miss there on the triple. Raptors trail by 21. Back to Siakam. To the paint. Here's Gasol. Yep, it counts.
Oh, that's great awareness. That's a great pass. Credit Siakam and the work he's done to understand where everyone is in this offense.
Here's Reddish. Gasol with the rebound.
And I'm sure next time he sits down, coach is going to have a few choice words for him with that shot selection.
And you know what? He knows it. You have to try to play within the system or you're going to come away with empty possessions.
Teague with the ball. Davis is there. Here's Jones. Dedmon passes to Jones. Over Siakam. And the basket by Jones.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the Hawks.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And we watched them all night long. No one could really stop them. Just another excellent game it was for Trae Young.
High-level shot making, what we got a chance to witness. He responded to good defense with better offense time and time again.
Siakam misses.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Teague with the ball. Pass to Reddish. Back to Teague. There's the three. Reddish with the ball. Siakam's there. Clock at 6. Down low. Here's Dedmon. Banked in off the glass. And the Hawks lead by 19.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move. Here's Jones off target. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Thank you for joining us.